Hi and welcome to the first episode of the Perch Palm Diaries. This is a dedicated fishing web series where I'm going to show you the world through the eyes of some of the most hardcore anglers in Australia. I'm going to be documenting my lure making journey and also taking you to some of the best locations the country has to offer. Today I'm close to home in a small pond testing some of my Perch Palm Plastics swim baits from my Roundabout Watercraft. I've been addicted to soft plastics for about 20 years or so, ever since squidgies burst onto the Australian market when I was a teenager. I've always had a dream of making my own, and that's finally become a reality. I've started making my own swim baits and my own curltail grubs, and they're working really well. The design process is actually really slow. So I start out by working on the computer to create 3D designs. It takes me quite some hours, usually after work, late at night time. Then I move into production with 3D printing. A friend of mine, Chris from Combustible Props, 3D prints hard masters for me. And then the hard part comes. I have to bloody mold the damn things. So I've had more disasters than you can imagine with molding. I've woken up to the kitchen completely covered in silicone. But luckily I have an awesome wife and she helped me clean it up before I had to go to work. Today I'm going to be fishing the Perch Palm Plastics swim baits. This is the third prototype that I've done in a paddle tail. And this is the 90mm that I'm holding here. This will be the one that I'll fish the most. I might switch down to the 60mm one if the bite gets tough a bit later. I've also made them in 150mm and also the 250mm beast. This one will be great for wintertime cod fishing. Hopefully has the same great action that the smaller baits do. The action is way better than I expected. I was struggling to get the consistency of the plastic right for my last design because the tail was too big and heavy. This updated design has completely fixed the problem. It has such a good thump and body roll no matter how hard the plastic is. These lures can be fished in a manner of ways. They have a great action even when fished extremely slowly, but these fish are responding to a violent rip and fall style retrieve. The lure really thumps hard when ripped off the bottom and then casually swims back, irresistible to these pack hunters. That's it for today. Gave it a pretty good crack. The wind was up all day, struggled with the weed and came back out later in the afternoon. Hooked that really nice golden. Shame it got off at the side of the boat. And now I think I'll come back in the morning and have another crack. Keep fishing the Perch Palm Plastics. They seem to be getting the bites even though things are pretty tough. And then Googong on Sunday with Will and Bev. That's just going to be sick. Go and try and find some perch really deep, like 14, 15 meters. Anyways, time to go to bed and I'll be back out in the morning. Well, it's a beautiful autumn morning in Canberra and I've come back out again. It's my last day with the Roundabout for a few days, so figured I'd make the most of a couple of hours on a glorious morning like this and try and catch a few more perch. Sounded up a big cod yesterday, so if I see him around I might have a crack at him as well. But I'm pretty much in the spot now, so I'll give it a crack and see how we go. So the pink bait hasn't been working too well this morning. I've caught one fish on it. I'm gonna try what worked really well for me yesterday, the brown pumpkin black pepper. That one killed it. It's got a bit of a green pearl tint to it, so it works. It's got a nice reflection in the clear water that I'm fishing today. The fish are a bit funny. I've only found 2 or 3 small patches, so I might have to move, but I don't have much time, so I might just keep hammering this spot and try the different colour and see if we can get a bite on that. Rock on. So Saturday was shithouse. Bev and I had a good crack at trying to get some redfin in some urban lakes and just couldn't get it to happen, so decided to head out to Googong today, Bev, Will and myself, and hopefully go and find some fish schooled up deep, 12 to 15 metres off the edges of the big drop-offs. So fingers crossed we can find a few good schools today. That'll be our goal for the day. We're not really going to target cod or goldens, we're just going to specifically try and find some big redfin. Hopefully the old 45 plus 2 kilo models will be out to play. Morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
Mate, how are you? Oh, too good. This thing's still on my chest. What did you have on?
Tail spinner. Oh, that's a good one. It's a real nice one. Doubles. Yours is probably alright too, Bevan.
Yeah, that's
a good
not
one.
bad.
Oh, that's a nice one, man.
It looks dead. It looks so dead.
I'm on too. Fuck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's all empty. How much better is a needle?
Nothing in the bait thing.
No.
It'll save your life, you big cunt.
It's a good perch, man. That's the needle.
Yeah, you got 3 life jackets? Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah.
We did.
We did.
We did have 3 life jackets.
Luckily.
Oh well. Fucking Perch Palm Plastic, man.